One of our favorite sponsors is back with us, Sunset Lake CBD.
Yeah.
If you're looking for CBD that actually does what CBD is supposed to do, look no further than our friends over at Sunset Lake.
Let me break it down.
Break it down, Mel.
They're sustainably farmed, meaning they avoid pesticides and use sustainable farming practices to preserve the land for future generations. 1. 2, farm to table. They ship the CBD products straight from their door in Vermont directly to your door wherever you're at.
Oh, that's cool.
And third party tested. They test everything with a third party to ensure quality, dosage, and safety.
You got to go over and check out sunsetlakecbd.com. They have so many products. Break it down for them, Apple.
Well, they've got some new stuff going on. Like they always had pre-rolls, but now they got really cool packaging for it. And you can get CBD pre-roll flights of all their flavors. You can get the heavy hitter flight that also throws in some of their Keef blunts. They have a new CBD recovery body lotion.
I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other?
The other one with arnica.
The extra strength muscle rub, 3,000 milligram with 5% lidocaine.
So look,
Oh, yeah,
if you're
lidocaine.
sore, this is the stuff you want to rub on your body to make those aches and pains go away. They even have CBD infused coffee, so you can have coffee without the little jitter that you get from caffeine, and you have it in the morning and you start your day off right. Your body feels lubricated. You're going to sleep good.
Yeah, and also they have, if you kind of forget to reorder, they've got subscriptions.
And they're giving the No Simple Road family 20% off.
20% off.
Put
with
in the promo code NSR20 when you're checking out at sunsetlakecbd.com. You're going to get 20% off your entire order.
NSR20.
And don't forget those cute little gummy bears.
That's right. sunsetlakecbd.com, one of our favorite sponsors, is back.
Hey everyone, Chris Pandolfi from the infamous String Dusters here to let you know that my podcast, Inside the Musician's Brain, is back on the airwaves for Season 4, which means it's time once again to get deep with influential musicians from all across the musical landscape to really understand and translate the lessons of success, failure, inspiration, and hard work that are behind the music and the artists that we love. My guests this season include Rachel Price from Lake Street Dives, Sam Bush, Chris Wood, Chris Funk from The Decemberists, Lindsay Liu, MC Taylor from His Golden Messenger, and more. Check us out, and thanks for listening.
We're so excited to tell you a bit about today's sponsor, Music Masters Collective. They are a nonprofit organization that produces unique music events, providing opportunities for fans and artists to meet and collaborate in an inspired and creative atmosphere.
Music Masters Collective events give you the opportunity to learn from world-class musicians like Otil Burbridge, Steve Earle, Richard Thompson, former members of the band, the Milk Carton Kids, Nikki Glaspie, the Fab Four, and Sean Colvin, and so many more.
At an event like the Milk Carton Kids Sad Song Summer Camp happening this July, you can expect immersive classes, evenings of entertainment, excellent food, and a space for a lucky group of folks to learn, co-write, workshop, and perform with like-minded peers, all with the guidance of Kenneth Pattengale, Joey Ryan, and some of their favorite songwriters. This all-inclusive week in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York is guaranteed to be magical. Scholarships are available and spots are extremely limited, so visit www.sadsongsummercamp.com/simple to learn more. That's www.sadsongsummercamp.com/simple. Check it out. Hey. Hi, Mel.
What's up?
So check this out. There's we're on this awesome podcast network called the Osiris Podcast Network, and they're doing rad shit, man. They've come out with a whole bunch of new podcasts lately, and one of them I want to tell you guys about. It's called Let Creativity Flow. For those of you out there, there's a program called Splice that musicians are using to create music. So that's what this podcast is all about. It's called Let Creativity Flow. It's sponsored by Splice. and it's a 3-episode series that explores the evolution of music and technology through the eyes of the artists, music industry professionals, entrepreneurs, and journalists. The show explores the fall of industry gatekeepers, like record labels, how musicians use technology to create hits, and the future of music creation and collaboration. Let Creativity Flow features interviews with John Barber and Aaron Magner of the Disco Biscuits, Steve Martosi of Splice, Andy Weissman of Union Square Ventures, and more. Visit osirispod.com/creativity to check out the new show, which premieres on Monday, November 18th. That
sounds awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. And don't forget, the After Midnight 2 is another one that's out. And that is highlighting the Big Cypress.
Oh, the
20-year anniversary of Big Cypress Festival that happened with Fish. So there's interviews with Fishman and Trey and other people that were involved and a bunch of the fans. And you can go to osirispod.com and check that out too. That's called After Midnight. So there's a couple of Osiris podcasts for you to check out, you guys. Go check them out.
Hey, welcome.
Hey.
This episode is brought to you by Define Premium Cannabis. DEFYNE, Define Premium Cannabis. Come on over and define your cannabis needs.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Look at you making up slogans. Boom. Damn, dude.
Define your cannabis needs.
So there's a location in Hillsboro, and there's one in Forest Grove. Apple works at the one in Hillsboro. And I said this a couple of weeks ago, but if you're new to the show, check it out. There's a reason that they are a sponsor of No Simple Road. They do not sell bullshit. It is the real deal premium cannabis. I got something amazing from Apple and from Define.
Yeah.
Tell them about it. Tell them about it, because I'm not going to be able to do it right.
Okay, Aaron's hard to find. One of my main things, and all of our bud tenders, if you come see us, is to try to figure out what medication you need, whether it be edibles, smokables, whatever. It's hard to find a strain for Aaron.
Yeah. A smokable strain.
Yeah, like
it's
the rest of us,
me,
we enjoy most of them. The ups, the Stevas Indicas, but Aaron's tough. And I brought home, he needs like high CBD, not much THC. And Yerba Buena came along, and they make this strain that has won them awards. It's been around for a while. It's Blue Dragon Desert Frost, and it's amazing. And got some of that for Aaron, and he took a couple of hits, and then you were out here last night and immediately just saw he just like loosened up and was like, yeah, this stuff is amazing and tastes good.
Maybe
and so nailed it
tonight.
So that stuff, here's the thing. I had a bad mushroom trip at a Dead show in like 91 at the Forum.
That's like
right?
Stone Age.
Check it out. Check this out.
How can anything from 91 ripple all the way over here?
How can a psychedelic rewire your brain?
How can you change the way you think?
Anyway, I had a bad mushroom trip back in the day, and I loved smoking pot back then. After I had that trip, I couldn't smoke pot anymore. Every time I smoked pot, I had a panic attack. And I couldn't overcome it. So I didn't smoke for years. And then when I started growing, I could like take 2 small hits.
A little dabble.
And if I smoked more than that, it would happen. And ever since we moved to Oregon, it's like being in weed heaven.
I remember the Blue Dream was one that was good for a while for you.
Yeah, I have to be super careful with THC. So I heard about this all CBD flower and was like, are you freaking kidding me? And when I hit it last night, that is how I remember feeling before all that happened.
And that was super funny. You just text me out of the blue at work the other day. It's like, so somebody I work with told me about this. And I was like, oh, just so happens I got it the day before.
Yeah.
Was like, got you covered. So anyway, come on out to Hillsboro or Forest Grove and see us, and we'll get you dialed in like Aaron. We'll find what you need for your topicals, your edibles. It is the holiday season. Edible, we're stocking up on a lot more edibles. There's a lot of
those hard candies were amazing.
And all your cartridges are back?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The cartridge ban got lifted up here in Oregon. As always, we don't know exactly what is going to end up happening, but for now, the ban is lifted, and all of our carts are back on the shelves. Our house carts, and it's just the other huge thing we got coming up is that it's the only thing close to the 420 celebration. Like everybody, we have Black Friday next week. 2 weeks from now, almost Black Friday. We will be having a huge sale. Giveaways, all kinds of stuff going on all day long.
And if you go in and tell them you listen to No Simple Road, they'll give you 10% off your purchase and a free t-shirt. So head over to Hillsboro or Forest Grove to Define Premium Cannabis and take care of your head.
You know what's rad?
What?
Shop Tour Bus.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
I know. I just dove right into it. It felt right.
That's Mel diving
We
into
felt it, though.
Yeah.
We were like, wow.
Do it.
Doing it. Shop Tour Bus.
No, man.
baby, do
Shop
it.
Tour Bus is our number one sponsor.
Our OG.
And yep, they are rad. And we love Shop Tour Bus because they have the coolest, most thoughtful, intricately designed soft t-shirts.
Yep. Grateful Dead inspired.
So they're really cute little, I don't know, are they digital drawn? Like, who does the art for Shop
I don't
Tour
know the
Bus?
guy's name, but they have
An artist.
An artist that does their stuff.
So the in-house artist thoughtfully creates these scenes from lyrics of Grateful Dead songs.
Yeah.
And
they're kind of cute and
Yeah,
cryptic.
they're
Like, I
cute.
love my Drums in Space one the most.
Yeah.
People almost, at first they think it's like Space Invaders or something, like
It's like a
old
little
Atari
video game.
or something. Then they're like, oh,
if you know, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if they don't know and explain, then they're like, oh, okay, Drums in Space. That's
Makes
fucking
sense.
Cool.
yeah, and stickers have also become kind of a big thing, like pins have.
Yeah.
And so having a Shop Tour Bus steal your face sticker.
Steal your tape.
I steal your tape. is cool for your water bottle.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So Shop Tour Bus has all kinds of fun stuff: hoodies, T-shirts, stickers,
Baby stuff.
pins.
So go to
yeah.
shoptourbus.com online or at shoptourbus on Instagram and hook yourself up with a little box that has a Grateful Dead lyric on the inside and your shirt. And they just got restocked with bootlegs, so you're going to get a bootleg in your order. And if you put in the promo code NOSIMPLEROAD when you check out, they will send you your box
for free.
for free.
Oh, well, free shipping.
Free shipping, yeah.
So gotta pay
You
for
don't
the
get a free
T-shirt.
shirt.
Yeah, pay for your shirt
Oh, yeah,
and
you-
free shipping. Shipping's
And-
on them.
But it comes with so many things that make it worth
Yeah.
the price of the shirt.
And
It's-
if you get a hoodie, you get a bigger box with more things.
Yeah.
So
I guess that would be true. I couldn't see a hoodie fitting in one of that. That'd be
No.
like they're. I mean,
it would explode.
Luke, you guys create magic, but that would really be magic. Get a hoodie to fit inside one of those smaller boxes.
So everybody
Like,
out there,
boom.
go check them out on Instagram or go online and hook yourself up. If you want to send a message to a friend over the holidays, if you're doing shopping and you go to Shop Tour Bus, when you go to check out, you could put a note in the notes and put a message for a friend or a loved one, and they will hook it up and put it in your box or on your box, and off it goes, and it gets shipped for free because you put in the promo code
No Simple Road.
So Shop Tour Bus.
Get more than you bargained for.
No Simple Road is also brought to you by water,
And
and
air.
And air.
And sand.
Yes. So if you're in the need for water and air, I just,
breathe.
breathe. First of all, breathe to get that, not to get your water. Don't breathe to get your water.
You could breathe. There's
Get your
water
air.
vapor in the air.
That's true. You can get small amounts.
It was
like
foggy today.
Like a
I'm not
misting.
thirsty anymore. Look.
See? Our sponsor's hooking you up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then water. I mean, water's all around you. I mean, hopefully. I
Hopefully.
guess there's some places that don't
If
have
they're
The desert.
well, for those of you listening that don't have water, go get water. But yeah, Apple, don't eat your cookie in the
Oh, I'm
mic, man.
sorry.
They don't.
Ooh.
Audrey's gonna punch you in the face, dude. And so is Jason. And so am I. Dude, stop it.
Okay, sorry. It
So
was a holiday cookie. I couldn't resist.
go to water
Okay, guys.
on the internet, or go to air on the internet, and you too can
You should go
sign
to air
yourself
in real
up.
life.
You could do that too, and you too could be not thirsty and not dead.
Yeah, so put in that promo code, No Simple Road, and you'll get all the free air and water you want.
There you go.
And take care of yourself. Take care of your head. Stay hydrated.
Your urinary tract is very important, so drink your water.
Yeah, breathe, water, safety third.
That's right. Hydrate.
No simple road. No simple road. No simple road. No simple road.
Osiris.
We're mass communicating. We're mass communicating. We're mass communicating.
This is John Barber, singer and lead guitarist for the Disco Biscuits, speaking to you about the Touchdowns All Day with John Barber podcast on the Osiris Podcast Network. On our podcast, we listen to Disco Biscuits music, we listen to a lot of other kinds of music, we listen to a lot of improv music, and I discuss what it takes, the clutch decisions that make epic jams. Use the hashtag Touchdowns All Day on all social media networks. Thank you so much for listening. We love you so very much.
Touchdowns All Day is not responsible for any cankles, head wounds, K-holes, cross-species insemination, loss of hearing, vision, or appetite. Do not delay seeking medical or professional attention because of something you heard on this podcast. Touchdowns All Day is not a substitute for a normal, entertaining podcast. Please use hashtag Touchdowns All Day responsibly. In the event of a medical emergency, call 911.
You can't remember where it was. Is this dream stop? Sorry. Hey now, No Simple Road family. How you doing? We're back.
Are we back? Oh, we're back. We're
back.
on? We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
How's everybody doing this week? Welcome back to the porch for another installment. Is that what this is, an installment? Are we installing ourselves somewhere?
No.
We're not. Well, I guess we are kind of an
Another
installation.
chill sesh.
Another episode.
Episode.
Yeah. Of No Simple Road. This week's guest is Jam in the Van. You guys, you guys are gonna have fun with this one. We did. We were cracking up. Most of this interview was
barking
us
doggies.
laughing and dogs barking and
Some good storytelling here.
Yep. You guys are gonna enjoy this, man. You know,
I think most people are familiar with Jam in the Van, but if you're not,
Oh, yeah. We should. Yeah.
these guys are awesome.
When did you hear about them?
I probably like 5 years ago or so. They
Okay.
started in like 2012,
2011.
You guys will hear it in the interview.
Yeah, probably a couple years after they were into it, and they've just been killing it.
Yeah, I remember watching them when we lived in Vegas.
Yeah, we've been up here almost 4 years, so it's been a little while.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's this little RV, not little, but it's an RV, and they have some of the biggest bands in there.
Biggest names.
Yeah.
Forget
biggest
about bands,
names, and then also all the you'll hear in here how they go around and they help out a lot of local artists traveling around the country. Let them jump in, jam in the van. It's pretty amazing what they're doing.
I mean, when we met Adam, our son-in-law, for the first time, a couple of days after we met, I remember him saying that he was in swim and all that, and I had never heard swim. And that was the first place that I saw them.
Was Jam
in the Van.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they did. I didn't know they did Jam in the
remember.
Van. I'll have to go back and look that.
I don't know if I saw that one with you or not.
It's awesome.
Oh, we'll look that up after this. Shout
My
out
grandson's
Swim. We
dad
love
was in
you.
Jam in the Van.
Our son-in-law.
You know, this week has been super crazy as far as the show is concerned.
Why?
Like, it seems like it goes in these weird cycles of like, I don't even really know how to explain it. Most of it's probably all in my head, but
Okay, I was gonna say this is the first.
Yeah.
I'm like here. We hear that
that.
you guys are hearing this at the same time as us. Sometimes Aaron will say that like it's been a crazy week with the show, and it's like you haven't really said anything.
Well,
like a couple things have come up.
So first off, I mentioned the street team last week.
Oh, yeah.
I brought that up on the show. And I figured, one or two people
Somebody
would take
might
us
be
up on it.
interested.
Yeah. And we got a very large response to the street team so far, which is awesome. And if anybody else out there wants to join the street team,
rad.
we are still open to submissions. And what that entails is you sending me an email at info@nosimpleroad.com, and then we will connect, and you send me your address, and I will mail you a little PR package.
Yeah.
And you can take them to shows and hand them
Get
out
the
to
word
people
out.
and spread the word about No
awesome.
Simple Road. But I want to thank Dave K, Kate S, of course, John B,
Always.
Steve B, Joe C, Rain R, all you guys, man.
Wow.
Thanks so much. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And I think there might even be one or two more that I'm forgetting. These are just the names and addresses that I put on a spreadsheet when I was at work that I could find.
I love how you've gotten so organized about this, baby. It's so cute. This
leads back
Look
to
at
what
you
I was
all
saying.
organized and cute
It's
over
getting
there.
crazy because there's so much going on
Yes.
that I have to do this.
Yes.
Or people will not. They'll be like, yeah, I want to join the street team. And then 6 months will go by and they won't get any flyers and I'm a flake.
You're just like,
Yeah.
right on,
Thanks, man.
Thanks. That's
Right on,
cool.
brother.
Yeah.
Number one rule about street team: don't talk about the street team.
But yeah, man, thank you guys for being part of our family and for, you're taking your time to do that. And here's a little caveat. So what I'm doing is having flyers printed and mailed to you. And it triples the cost for the show if I have them cut the flyers. So thank you for cutting flyers for us out there, you guys. I appreciate it. I did it today, and it's fun. So have at it. It's a little craft project. Put on some music and smoke a bowl.
Babe, we just need to get a paper thing.
Yeah, but we're not getting them. They're getting mailed directly to them. So anyway, so yeah, if you want to do that, I thought too, like,
We extra appreciate you then.
yeah, totally. Well, you guys are all going to get a little something in the mail. But anyway, I was thinking how cool it is. Like, so you're out there and you're like, you know what? I'm going to do that. And you write in, you send me your address, and then I mail you flyers or whatever. But then you take that to the show and you start handing them out. And the coolest part of it to me, even more than us getting the word out about the show, is that those people are meeting other people at the shows to hang out with just by handing out
and talking.
Yeah, it's a icebreaker,
Yeah, if you will.
if you won't. But yeah, I think that's the coolest thing about that. So I just wanted to say thanks to you guys. And
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you
We
so
all
much.
appreciate it. How
Yeah.
freaking cool and fun. It's like
I've done it.
Do you remember that show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has
What does
nothing
that have to
it
do
has
with anything?
It doesn't really have anything to do with it, but it reminds me of like the chase of trying to find Carmen Sandiego, and it's like, where will No Simple Road end up? Like,
Dude,
will it end up
Montana,
here?
Virginia,
Hold on,
Arizona, New Mexico.
Since she took it off topic with Carmen Sandiego, have you guys seen the trailer for Dora the Explorer, the live action movie?
No.
It actually looks really good.
How
It's-
did they
it's-
animate Boots the monkey?
He's not animated, I don't think.
Okay,
I'll
is he
have to wa-
CGI?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
I'll have
gosh.
to look back. It looks really cool. Anyway,
I want you all out there to
Said Carmen
picture.
Sandiego. It made me think of that Dora the Explorer.
I want you all out there to picture the No Simple Road crew sitting around the TV in their house watching Dora the Explorer, the live action movie. And
we will.
Yeah.
We will. That's normal.
Do you want to make a little
yeah,
announcement
I got it.
about a movie?
Yep.
Okay.
So I posted this on our Instagram the other day. Our daughter, Sydney Schaefer, starred.
Nuh-uh.
Sydney Wynn starred.
I was like, I was like, what are you talking about, Mel?
She starred in a movie called The Bygone, and it is available on demand and
Prime
and all the services like that. And you guys, if you listen to this show and you know who Sydney is and you know who we are, You should go watch it. Be prepared. There's some heavy topics, and it's a dark,
it's a
rough
heavy
movie.
topic,
It's a heavy
Yeah.
movie.
It deals with human trafficking and what they done to the Native girls, and just a really deep look into a weird, unwanted, gross kind of a
True
true
story that's going on.
Yeah, well, it's not based on a true story though. It's not based on a true story. But anyway, Sid kills it in that movie, and
Yeah,
so
man.
does Graham, and so does all of the other actors. Like, to me, the star of the movie was a casting agent. Like, I really feel like she got everybody who it was so believable.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me. It was like a good story, and it was very believable, and my daughter starred in it.
And for all you guys out there that have kids, like, you see your kids growing up, you watch them play soccer, and you're like, oh, that's cute, they play soccer, but then, whatever. Or you see
Sydney played
you see
soccer.
them act in
That was
school,
cute.
and you're like, oh, that's cute, they act in school. And then, this was such a trip, like seeing our daughter in a movie. It took me back. Like, I was blown away. I didn't know that she could do that. I mean, I knew that she could act, yes, but I didn't know that she could do that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It left me, and I don't know if it was the movie that left me angry and weird afterwards, or if it was the fact that I just watched that movie and that happened to my daughter in the movie.
I think a mix of both. We were talking about that because Sean Hattasey, he's been in a lot of movies, Alpha Dog and stuff. He was the kind of the bad guy, the pimp in it, and he made you hate him.
Yeah.
The way he played that role, it was pretty hardcore, and to see Sydney like being abused in the movie as the character, it's hard to watch.
Totally.
A couple times, like you just want to.
I kept getting up and walking out of the room and going doing other stuff and coming back.
I didn't get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely got it because I saw it when I saw the premiere. So actually seeing Sydney on a huge screen and with an audience was surreal for me. And then she looked like a little fairy, and like she had her whole posse with her that showed up. And then the movie comes on, and I'm seeing her getting, tossed around, and I'm like, whoa. And all I could say was like, thank God that I'm sitting here with her, because that, like, at least for the first time, because it just, it seemed like
It's
it
a
was,
lot.
you know why I think it bothered me? Because like it was so realistic that it seemed like it was like watching her memory. Like that's something that she really went through. And
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to see her being abused like that. And I was like, oh my God. So kudos to her, because she's our daughter, and she made me feel like that. You know what I mean?
Didn't she say she had this was a tough role?
Yeah.
Because you got to get into that mindset of an abused person, and that's
She
one thing
was
that
shook
came
up.
across in that all the fight scenes and the violent. It was very realistic. All of the scenes that were violent.
I realize that like maybe some actors do, I don't know, but I haven't really heard actors talk about like what happens after a movie that's heavy like that.
Yeah.
Because Sydney called me in between, she would have maybe like a week off or whatever. And
I remember.
And she was like, it
Flipped
was hard
out,
on
yeah.
her. It forced her to deal with a lot of like issues.
Well, look at like the guy that played the Joker.
Yeah,
He lost his shit.
Oh yeah, Heath Ledger.
But yeah, like
It happens.
you don't hear about it, you don't see that, you don't think about it. But when it's your kid and you're getting the phone call, with a little hyperventilation on the other end, and you can't be there because they're in another state or country or whatever, like they
crazy.
they did a great job, you guys. So go check it
Everybody
out.
go
Support
watch.
the No Simple Road family by supporting our daughter and The Bygone.
Yep, that's the name of the movie, The Bygone, and you can check it out on all the streaming platforms and all this stuff.
I just got to say to you, thanks again, Sydney. That's one of the coolest gifts anybody ever gave me. She gave me it's like the back of the chair, like how they have the director's chairs, and it was hers for the movie set.
Oh,
yeah, it's on my desk chair.
Why need?
And I have a rock from
Me too.
the inside of the cave from the last scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty heavy.
Just gnarly.
Yeah.
Go watch it, you guys. You'll dig it.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. So that happened this week, and then the street team, all that stuff. Then on on Monday, I get an email. Okay, check this out. So I'm at work. I'm making oatmeal in the kitchen. I'm listening to an audiobook on my headphones. I'm not thinking about anything. Out of the blue, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hit up Dennis McNally and find out what's going on with Skull and Roses. It should be about time for them to start announcing stuff. I walk back to my desk with my oatmeal, sit down, open up my email, and there's an email from Dennis McNally saying, hey, it's time for Skull and Roses. Let's talk. And
boom.
I was like, holy shit. Okay. All right, universe. I'm in. Let's do this. So we had a conversation this week, and Skull and Roses is happening this year. I will let you all know more details when I have more details on No Simple Road's involvement, but we are going to be there one way or the other. And the lineup this year is...
It's 4 days instead of 3 days this year.
Fucking-tacular, man. Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah.
Who's playing?
Billy and the Kids, O'Teal and Friends, Voodoo Dead, Melvin Seals and JGB, Jackie Green, Keller Williams, Grateful Grass, Circles Around the Sun,
What?
Ghost Light, Grateful Shred, Dave Nelson Band, Midnight North, Pink Talking Fish Are Dead, Cubensis, Moon Alice, Jerry's Middle Finger. It goes on and on. And I'm sure there's gonna be more added. This was just announced. I'm sure there'll be more things.
This is for 2020. I think that their dates. When are their dates? The early
April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
But 420, April.
Oh yeah, 420. You're right. It is. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. So, for everybody out there, if you're new to the show, go back and listen to the recap, the 2-episode recap from last year's Skull and Roses Festival. It was incredible, and we will let you know
We had
as
so much fun.
more develops on that. And also, if you want to grab tickets, you can go to nosimpleroad.com, and there's a link for tickets there, or you can go to skullandroses.com and grab your tickets. They are on sale.
And they were just doing some kind of giveaway thing I saw the other day. You keep an eye on their site, and you'll see.
Yeah, follow them on Instagram at Skull and Roses too, because like Apple said, there's stuff going on over there, and they'll be announcing more stuff, I'm sure. And it started me thinking about the beginning of concert season and all that stuff, and it's just been a whirlwind. And we've gotten a couple of letters too this week that were amazing.
Really
do you want to pull the one up that you got, Mel?
Yeah, I got. Did you get a letter?
No, I was just going to say, while you're pulling that up too, you say they did announce the dates for String Summit too.
And they
no lineup yet, but the dates.
Oh, cool.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was on their site. When was it?
All right, so this is a letter, and it's so sweet. I got it in my Instagram, which I rarely get things from my Instagram. I do. So I just want to say shout out to Tiff and Rain and Jordan. And this is Jordan's letter. I'm sure you guys get hundreds of messages every day at this point, but I'm going to be another fan reaching out, explaining how much I love you guys. First of all, Jordan, for real, we don't get hundreds of letters. Huh, babe?
No, not hundreds.
We were talking about that, and we treasure each one because it's not hundreds, and it's rad that we get to read them all and respond. So,
well, especially like you said, this is a personal one. I got that one. Now you've gotten one, getting one to our personal ones, because we're not on there as much as the No Simple Road one. I got that one from Neil Jack, and it's special. Keep reaching out, guys.
Yeah,
we don't get hundreds. We want hundreds.
But that was just
one is great.
That was just the beginning. So I really hope that we can all sit on the porch, but not in the winter, LOL, and share a bong together. I've been listening to your guys' podcast for the past month, and I find that I can't put it down. I find you guys rather healing for my mind and soul. I'm not typically a kind of person to reach out and talk about how something or someone has completely changed my life. I find that somehow the podcasts have been lining up with my life, and I don't know how you guys do it. I'll listen to a podcast, and the entire time I feel as if you knew I needed to hear those things. You've made me laugh, cry, and feel relief within seconds of each other. That alone is something that's beyond my vocabulary to describe. I appreciate all of you, and I'm so blessed to be able to continue to listen to you guys. I'm on episode 23, and I can't wait to catch up. Much love and happiness. And she said, by the way, I sent this to you because I feel so connected to you like a sister. Now I'm just rambling.
Wow. Much love and happiness to you.
Yeah, love and happiness, oh, sweet angel sister heart. And I looked up 23, and it was Adam from Swim.
Oh, wow. Right on. Wow.
Oh, the episode 23.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We were just talking about that.
So I got one
So
too.
there's your lining up, girl.
I got one too from Abby. Hey, No Simple Road family. I'm just settling in at home after an amazing few weeks filled with a whole lot of cheese and a whole lot of love. I went to Halloween and SCI in Chicago. Needless to say, had the best time ever. Not gonna lie, it felt like you guys were angels sitting on my shoulder the whole time, reminding me why we're all here. To spread love and raise the vibration. Cough, cough, Jake Weaver. And listen to the music that means so much to all of us. The hundreds and hundreds of hours I've spent listening to the NSR crew on the porch and all the shows has helped me become a better person, constantly reminded me how easy it is to spread love and how good it makes you feel. So glad you guys finally got to see Cheese this year. Like Jake said, Cheese shows always have the biggest love vibe, and at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. You can't beat the Cheese crowd. They're all there to lift each other up. That being said, hoping to see you cats at Cheese's next festival in Cali on the hog farm next summer. Has your name written all over it. Thanks for everything you do. Much love, Abigail.
Wow. Thank you, Abigail.
Thanks,
Love you,
Abigail. That was freaking sweet. So sweet.
And, well, I'm not going to.
We've got the sweetest. Let's just pause for a minute. Instead of steamrolling through that sweetness. Because, like, that.
Reflect on that.
Yeah.
That's heavy. That's what makes it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when when you have a weird, it's like, oh, is it really what hearing those things is what knows that it matters and keeps us
does make you
psyched for
When was
everything.
the last time either of you guys wrote into something to let them know how satisfied or happy you were with something?
I don't even remember.
I've done it within the last 2 weeks.
Yin and yang over here.
I says, it's like, I'll vocally tell somebody,
so
but I don't.
So then right down the
much.
middle, you guys, right down the middle, I asked 2 people, 50-50. Everybody, you have an opportunity to say something or hear something, or it matters to whoever's listening. And it probably feels good when you let it off your chest too, you know? Like
when somebody does something cool for you or you get stoked by something, it's really cool to let that thing that stoked you out know that it did that. It because I know from doing this show, that's why I do it now more than I ever have before, but that when you do something like this, not that it's thankless, because it's not thankless.
This is all thankful.
This is all thanks, but sometimes we get in our own heads. I get in my own head and I start wondering, is it worth it? And every time, never fails, synchronicity lines up and the universe sends me one of you guys to send me a letter like that.
What's what not worth it?
Huh?
Is what worth it?
Doing all of it. Like the work of it and the planning and the emails.
The dedication to it.
Thank you.
The dedication to
the
it.
logistics of
There's
it.
sometimes all of us,
it.
we've said, we have a week where it's like, I just don't feel like it. But then you hear something like one of these letters and it's like, fuck yeah, I feel like it. This is therapy for us.
Yeah.
We've said that before. I mean, even if we weren't making this show, we'd be sitting here talking and doing the same things, just with no mics.
Yeah, but the show changed that a little bit for us too.
Definitely.
For sure.
No, definitely more focused and more. It's become therapy. It's made us better people, just like she said.
Yeah. And it's funny, just by sitting down and openly talking with the people that you love, stuff happens. And being honest with each other and being vulnerable too, that's a huge one. Like our voices are going out to the entire world right now, and there's a certain level of transparency and vulnerability that I've had to come to grips with in that I never thought I would had to come to grips with. Like,
I feel like I'm coming to grips with accountability with the show.
What do you mean by that?
Like, we are saying things on a free forum, but there's a lot of things out there that are challenging that. And so by being a part of something that's, I don't even know what the word is. Like,
we still got to be careful what we say. I mean, you can't just be flagrant and just whatever comes to mind, no filter. Yeah. Okay.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The accountability of what you say and what you put out to be put in the wrong hands or wrong ears, because, and this is such a weird thing. Like I thought about this either like while I was sleeping or I can't remember. It was just like a thought that came up was like, we say, now sit down, relax, take a bong hit. And I never thought if somebody underage heard that.
If you're underage, don't take a bong hit.
Right? Do not do these things. But, I was like, but then that's, and of course, if somebody's listened to the show all the way up till here, then you guys get it. There's no need for explanation. But somebody just kind of tuning in and hearing a random episode.
Lots of kids that watch like football and they got beer commercials.
Yeah, that's like saying
kids.
I'm not going to make a movie about Superman flying because kids will try and fly.
No, I'm not. No, definitely not saying that. I was talking about the accountability aspect of what we put out and how much and how little you let it affect your output.
I think that I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I think that the content of this show and the subject matter probably isn't appealing to a very young age. I don't think there's many 12 to 13 to 15-year-olds
and if there
listening
is,
to No Simple Road.
They're special.
Yeah.
Human beings.
You're a rad kid. What's up, buddy? Yeah. But I get where you're coming from. And so all this stuff that like the letters and the street team and Sydney and the Skull and Roses thing and String Summit and all this stuff, it's this huge snowball of activity that's starting to build again. And as Mel and I were falling asleep during the week this week, it was like lights are off. It's been silent in the room for probably 5 minutes. I'm about to like go into that state where you can't hear anymore when you're falling asleep. And Mel goes, I feel like something is about to pop off. And I was like, yes, exactly. Like something's up. So the reason I say that is so that you guys out there can help us manifest it, because since we're all creating our own reality and we're co-creating reality together, then it stands to reason that when Mel has a feeling like that we can all pitch in on manifesting that thing popping off. And so we don't have to have a direct...
okay, there's not a certain...
No, we don't have to have a certain thing in mind. But if you would all just direct your energy towards that for No Simple Road, like I'll be happy. I'll be happy to report back to you when the thing happens, what it was.
Everybody just be like,
we're gonna
pop off.
Yeah, pop off.
We're gonna tell you guys about the popping off, but until it happens, we got to be quiet about it.
I'm not even sure what it is.
We don't know what it is yet. There's no being.
This is
an easy secret to keep.
You know what?
Because I don't know what it is.
I was gonna say now I'm anxious. Now I feel like I'm turning the little crank on a Jack in the Box.
Totally. Turn that crank with us, you guys, because
send that energy.
We made it snow here a couple of years ago.
That's how Aaron would like to think it.
There was
this is always
it snowed
topic.
one day.
He's trying to justify with his look. Like, it was No Simple Road that made it snow in Portland over our house.
Coming from the porch in the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
Never snows here.
It snowed one day on Christmas Day.
I know.
Come on, man.
That's awesome.
All right. You can downplay the magic. I'm going to live in it. So there.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, so that's what's been going on. And so it was a heavy week. And then
we get a new patron.
And then we get a new patron.
Thank you so much, Diane B.
You rock.
That is a freaking... She jumped on.
Here, Diane B., we speak your name.
Diane
B.
Thank you.
Boom. Keeping it up.
Yeah, man. She hooked us up.
She literally gave us a tank of gas.
Literally.
I know.
And if you guys out there want to pitch in on the No Simple Road train, you can go to patreon.com/No Simple Road. and you can sign up and become a Chan donator.
Chan
and you too
donators.
can be part of the crew that is helping put gas in our tank. That is how we keep the lights on over here, you guys. And you know what? We have a couple of goals up on the Patreon page.
We do?
And we are halfway to one of our goals. So help us get the rest of the way, you guys. It's not huge, and if a bunch of you just do $1 a month, then we would be there by the end of the month. So hook us up, you guys.
Hook it up.
If you're listening, man, it's like 4 shows a month, and that's $1, so a quarter a show. You guys can afford that. You can.
Can't hardly get anything for a quarter nowadays.
Can you even get gum for a quarter?
No, you can get 2 dimes and a nickel for a quarter.
Yeah.
That's what you get. 25 pennies. You can get more change.
So, yeah, man, all that stuff going on. Head over to Instagram at No Simple Road. Check out everything that's going on over there. And Twitter. All the social media stuff is at No Simple Road. Also on Facebook is the No Simple Road family group. Sign up over there if you are a Facebooker.
The Reddit.
Discord, and the Discord server, and also on the website has all the new and past episodes up. We got the family tab on there with the newsletter. If you want to sign up for the No Simple Road newsletter, you can go to the family tab and type in your email, and we will send you periodic missives from the porch. Also, there is a gear tab where you can get hoodies and sweatshirts and t-shirts and No Simple Road merch. And you know what?
The hoodies are so comfy.
Don't be that guy like me that's wearing the same shirt to every show.
I'm going to be that guy with my No Simple Road hoodie.
Okay. Well, you're not going to be that guy. You're going to be that girl.
No, he's going to be that guy.
I'll be whatever
Get
I
a
want.
mustache and everything.
Yeah. I can grow a mustache.
And hey, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, stop, pause the show, and go
Please
leave
do
us
this.
a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Because guess what, you guys? Remember like back in the day when there was there still is, but like networks, and there was like the #1 show on television or whatever. Well, they have that for podcasts. And when you guys leave us those 5-star reviews and leave the reviews with words too, that helps us go up in the rankings, and that helps the show, and that helps more people find out about us. So if
It helps us compete with Andy Frasco.
That's right. We got to beat Andy Frasco, you guys.
Better than Andy Frasco, it's rad to hear and read on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people have said the same thing too. Aaron and I were talking about it when we got Jordan's direct message, and I read it to Aaron, and I said, there's been a lot of people saying that about feeling healing from the show. People will write in and be like, I like her experience, laughing, crying, and feeling a sense of healing and for your mind and body, and
that's the most amazing feeling to know that I've never thought of myself as a healer or something. I mean, make people laugh or I'm fun, but like to have people see you're actually what you guys are doing is healing and helping.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, man, look, Simon's friend was over here tonight, and he is newly turned on to the music, right? And with people like that, and a lot of us don't have other people that understand where we're coming from. And it's nice to have a community.
Yeah.
You need it. We need other people that understand our perspective and state of mind. And for a lot of folks out there, the internet and podcasting and social media is how they get their connection. And so if we can be a beacon for this type of community, the Freak family, the Grateful Dead family, the Fish fans, the Jam community, whatever, then right on. I say right on to that. And I think that that's an honor. I look at that as an honor.
Definitely.
Because I remember being 18 and turned on to the Dead and feeling like I was new and that I found my people, but I didn't feel like I had a place.
Yeah.
And it was hard, man. And like I hadn't earned my stripes yet. And it was this weird misconception that I had. And if I had something like this where I could just virtually hang out with a crew and hear their perspectives, it would have fucking helped me a lot.
Well, to me, that's a much larger choice than like when we go to watch something. There's a difference in what you're going to listen to. I think I know I'm pickier at what I'm going to listen. Like the TV, you just turn the TV on or whatever might be on. You flip channels. You look at the guy. I think most people, like I know we do, when you listen to a podcast, you listen to some, you're more picky. Like with music too.
I get where you're coming from. You don't just most people don't just turn on the radio, and even if you do, it's to a certain station.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, our listeners probably listen to other things, and listening came across us and made that decision of like, this is what I want to listen to. To me, I don't. Maybe it's just me. To me, it's more personal what I listen to on my headphones, and like when I'm going to bed or when I'm in the car.
I get
or whatever.
it. No, I agree 100%, and I think too that it's. I'm talking about like it being an honor. It's also an honor to be an extension of the musical community, too, because it's become that, and it's become a place that
Riders home. Riders home.
Welcome home, Riders.
Riders just come walking up the driveway. It's his Friday night.
Ryder's just home from work. Everybody say hi to Ryder. Hi, Ryder. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's just really rad, and all of you guys out there that don't have a big community of friends, or there's not a head community where you live, or whatever, we're here with you, man. That's what we're doing here. We're doing this thing together. So just know that we appreciate you guys too, man, because you mean the world to us. Having listeners at all is a huge deal.
And
for
you
all
don't
of
have
us.
to be a head to be in our community either.
Nope. You could be anybody and be here.
And what it really gives me comfort sometimes too, like being. I mean, all of us, but like being single. Sometimes when you're it's like to know the group of people we have out there that are like waiting to. It's the same thing. They're like, we're waiting to meet you guys too. We can't. The more shows we go to, it's just really comforting to know how many people there are in this No Simple Road family and crew. It's
yeah, man. And speaking of an extension of the musical community, these guys in Jam in the Van are that too.
Yes.
They're doing awesome stuff with how they're putting out their vibe.
And I think it's cool how they give a platform to these artists that's different than any other platform out there. You can see them in a video, you can see them in a live concert, you can see them doing one person on the stage somewhere, but you don't see Keller Williams or String Cheese Incident or Swim or playing in a van. You know?
Yeah, it's amazing, and there's such a catalog out there, and there's so much music to discover from it.
Mm-hmm. Oh
yeah. I found a bunch of stuff that I never knew even existed.
Just go put them on and let them go from one to the next. You'd be amazed at what you're gonna find.
So everybody out there, we love you guys, man. I guess that's the moral to the story for this week. And remember all this stuff, the social media platforms at No Simple Road and Patreon and the 5-star reviews and the merch and the website. Get your tickets for Skull and Roses so you can come hang out with us. What else? Am I missing anything? Family?
No.
That's pretty much.
No?
I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I just have to bring up one last thing.
What?
I just need to know, this whole time we've been sitting here, I've just been curious as whether there are Danish butter cookies in that tin.
Yes.
There are Danish butter cookies. It's that time of year, my friend.
I've been sitting here looking on and off like, I wonder if that's a can of
it's
markers or something.
Yeah, it's markers. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, I want a cookie.
Mel, why don't you give them some words of wisdom before we go to Jam in the Van?
Follow your dreams, guys. Period.
I'm just letting that sink in. Where are they going?
Boom.
They're going on a No Simple Road in Jam in the Van.
Oh, shit. All right. So, check it out.
No, wait, there's got nothing else to say. You don't even got to say nothing else after that.
Without further ado, the No Simple Road crew gives you
Jam in the Van. Jamming in the van.
What about now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
There
whatever
we
you
go.
did.
Whatever you did is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Right on, dude. That was awesome.
I like that.
It's like you do this for a living or something, man.
It's always fun fine-tuning the technical difficulties at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Bluetooth speaker situation.
Oh, I gotcha. That's cool, man. Well,
Jake, welcome to the No Simple Road porch. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you guys.
This is Mel. 1/4 of the show. And on my right, we have
Apple. This is Apple. Thank you for joining us, Jake. We love what you guys do, man.
There's more than me here. We got,
shit.
Kevin's here. Morty, our photographer. Kevin is like, used to be Kevin the intern, and now he's like just Kevin. And
He's been promoted to just Kevin. I love it.
Yeah, I think there may have been a thing where the calendar invite only went to a few people.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that we've got a bunch of you guys here.
Fuck yeah.
So, Aaron, you want to...
I'm Aaron. I'm the one that you've been communicating with, guys.
Can you guys go through and introduce yourselves to the audience so that we can see what's up with Jam in the Van, guys?
Yeah, I'm Jake. I'm Morty. I do the photography. And I'm Kevin. I get Nerf dart shot at me by Jake.
Right on, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man. You guys are fucking busy human beings, man. It's pretty incredible what you guys do.
That's the dog.
Oh,
We got one too.
yeah.
He's chilling, watching out, making sure no hippos
Darwin
kill us.
is chilling on the porch with us, too.
Oh, that's good.
So
That's good. Hopefully he's not as ratty as her. Okay. All right.
So guys, we were just reading a little bit about you, and how many Jam in the Vans a year was it?
200, over 250 or something like that, did it say?
Something like that.
That's insane. That's like the busiest touring band in the country.
Well, like
level.
you're working at like a job, like a real your own 9-to-5er.
Yeah, we are here 9 to 5.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Doing something so fun, hanging out with your friends and recording awesome live music.
Yeah. Emails from weeks ago, man. My partner Dave just walked in. It was we were on the road when you guys hit us up,
Yeah.
and so it was. These are the dudes from No Simple Road. So Dave's here now.
Hey, what's up,
Yay,
Dave?
Welcome, Dave.
Welcome.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's happening?
We're chilling. We're about to hear some stories from you guys.
So yeah, so we did like we do like 250 a year. We just did 60 in Tennessee
Damn.
over the course of last week, and we launched a new show called High Note Sessions, which is it's sponsored by all cannabis brands in California.
Yeah. Well, you guys recently did one with close friends of ours, Andy Frasco and
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was.
and Lauren Ruthward, right? She was
Yep.
there. So that's so cool that you guys. How did that part come about? How did that collaboration start?
Man, Dave and I went to like some like cannabis events in LA that were like come and like sample cannabis, and I don't even know what else they had for us to do, and that kind of was like cued us to being like, well, this should have music. So we did one with music, and we wanted it to be like really high quality content, so it's really nice. The El King Session will, gonna blow people away, and people had a good time. We did it on a Monday, so it was interesting. We got people out on Monday to come and get stoned with us.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was the response like to something like that on a Monday?
It was great. We had like hundreds of people at all times come throughout the day. It was
Wow.
successful. Yeah, I think if you offer people good music and free weed in California, they'll show up.
They'll show up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show up if I was there. Shit.
Other cities have real jobs, but I want you to get people out at any time.
So, guys, for those that are listening that don't know the genesis of Jam in the Van, how did you guys get started doing what you do?
We used to go to Bonnaroo in an RV with our buddies, and then one year we were booking it, starting to make plans to go, and we were talking on Instant Messenger. That's how long it was. And joking around, Jake said we could buy one for a lot cheaper than it cost renting one. And then I was like, let's get one. And then we went out and we got one for $800. And almost died driving it back to Venice from the valley. And we had no idea what we were doing. We just knew we had a good idea. And so, like, slowly we started to, like, go to Guitar Center and acquire things and use, like, random camera equipment and recording equipment. And, like, the first videos are still up there. You can see the evolution of how far it came.
We used to have flip cams.
Yeah, we had flip cams. And, like, the videographers within the videos and stuff.
That's bare bones.
In Jake's backyard, yeah. And we just kept building on it. And knew we were onto something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Stuff with it.
Like when you're doing something like that, and so you guys are like driving home in this thing that you almost died in, and you know you got the idea, and then you start doing it, right? And you're doing the thing. Like as it's growing, do you know, like, shit, man, this is going to be big, or is it just like, you know what, this is fun, let's just fucking keep doing it?
I think you always gotta, like, have a little bit of book. You know, like, it's got to stay fun, but you also got to believe it'll be something bigger.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you got to kind of, like, tread that line.
Yeah.
What do you guys want it to be? Like, what's your what kind of a view do you have for it?
Well, I mean, at the heart of it, we're a production company, so there's a Jam in the Van series. We have one jam band. We're looking to have multiple jam bands around the country and eventually around the world, because 50% of our viewership is international.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, and, you know, we have viewers in all continents and everything all over the world. So, you know, it seems like it translates well. But, like the High Note thing and like some other things, we're going to start launching new series on the Jam Band channel and have all sorts of different programming with its roots in music on the Jam Band channel. So we'll keep building more programming and shows for that while we keep building the Jam Band show.
Wow.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's fucking rad that you got people all over the world, that 50% of your viewership is coming from outside of the United States. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's a trip to us. We would, like, when we've looked at our analytics and we saw listeners in, like, South Africa,
Australia,
a couple in Sri Lanka or something. We're like, what? Really? They're into us in Sri Lanka? What the fuck?
There's jam fans in Sri Lanka? Who knew? Does it trip you guys out to see that the response that you've gotten from just artists playing in a van?
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. It's like, again, trying to go outside that line too. Like, we're always humbled and artists we want to do it, but also we're like, why wouldn't they want to do it?
Yeah.
There's the other side of it too, you know? So,
Totally.
But yeah, it's exciting to get, like, you know, people like that, you know, that we love and respect, to get them to do jam events. Something we built. It's always an honor.
We had some random dude on. We were in the middle of what was it, more like Oklahoma or something the other day, and the guy goes, is that the bus?
No, we were in Arkansas. We were in Arkansas. We were getting gas, and this guy and his girlfriend pulled in the van, and they just, like, rolled down, and they're like, "Man, I cannot believe that this is the jamming event. Like, I watch it all the time." And it's like in the middle of Arkansas, like, it was the smallest place ever.
That's so rad.
It was so crazy. Stuff like that happens all the time when we're driving it across the country.
I'd be surprised if I, like, pulled up to a red light and it was you guys chilling, going to your next thing. I'd be
I'd be super
I'd put
excited.
my blinker on and, like, maybe, like, scoot over. Like, you guys. I was just watching Elle King's performance in Austin. That was insane. You guys are bringing such good people to the light.
Those are old videos. One of them we were only allowed. We released it this year.
Oh, whoa!
That saved in the backlog.
Why? Why is that?
Saving it for later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I really dig about you guys is that it's not genre related. What you're doing, it's not just one kind of music. You're letting not any, but a lot of different styles of music come into the van. You know what I mean? It's not pointed like that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it was always supposed to be eclectic and just good music for whatever reason we considered it good.
Yeah.
We've hit sometimes, we've missed sometimes.
Is there times when people come in and play and you guys are just in the background like, oh shit, I can't wait till this one's done?
No.
Yeah.
Aaron likes to put people on the spot. Everybody feels like that sometimes, but nobody's going to say it.
Well, you never know.
Generally like one person.
Yeah.
I think I'd say like 99% at least, like even if it was bad, we got a kick out of it. Sometimes there's that like 0.001% that was like both bad musically and annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are the acts coming to you guys?
We get hit up daily by bands all over the world. I mean, both just them reaching out, and obviously, like as far as the industry is concerned, managers and publicists and agents reaching out all the time. And we obviously have a list of bands we're going after, and then we do a lot of our production at events, so it's tied into kind of the bands and the artists playing those events.
Right. I guess that makes sense.
After 8 years, the music industry is not that large, so you start, going through the same people when you're at the festivals for booking all the artists.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah, we've kind of gotten some of that too.
What I think is rad is, well, honestly, everything that you guys are doing is really cool. It's such a great concept. But what we try to do here also is try to expose the artist as a person, as in addition to their music, so that when the listener's listening, it becomes, you already have a good experience when you feel music, but then when you like have another element to it, a nice background or good sounding or maybe their story, so it just like makes it deeper. And I feel like that's what you guys are doing, because you talk to the artist a little bit, the way that you guys edit it, and add a couple little side notes and let us see their personality, which you can't really see at a concert. So that's a really awesome like angle that you guys have.
Was that part of the the decision?
I think fans feel like they're like kind of back in the garage again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And
singing
it makes the
their little hearts out.
performances raw and more real, and it's amazing.
It seems to me like the band's kind of, it looks like they feel like they're playing for 2 or 3 people that are their friends, and they're just hanging out, and they're way more relaxed than they would be in front of a big crowd of people. So
definitely just hanging out.
Yeah. What you guys personally like? What is your thing? What kind of music do you guys like? What gets you guys off?
We keep it eclectic. Yeah. We like it all.
Kevin likes a lot of sad boy stuff. Oh yeah, dude.
Right on.
Where he's into art rock.
All
I'm in the art house. No, we mix it up, man. We try it. I like the Spotify Discovery feature. It gives you new shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing that, like, at least in the jam scene that's prevalent, is people getting stuck listening to one style of music or one kind of music. And they find their favorite band, and that's what they stick with, and that's it. And that's
this younger generation's not having it.
No,
they're not having it because there's too much good music out there. There is just so right. Like, it's such a great thing when you find a new sound that you've never heard that you love. There's nothing.
Yeah, we get to go to a lot of events with a lot of different types of music too. Like Southside's big for us every year, so obviously there's everything there. So it's to keep our ears open for all sorts of stuff. So a lot of us be listening to everything.
So doing the festival scene, like, you guys have been to all of the major festivals that are out there. Like, we did Northwest String Summit this year. We did Summer Meltdown and Skull and Roses Festival.
High Sierra.
Each one has its own flavor. And personally, like, I think for me, like, they're all awesome, but the lineup and everything at Northwest String Summit this last year it felt at home for me. Like I felt at home, and maybe that's because it was 20 minutes from our house. But is there one festival that you guys like really look forward to going back to every year?
Bonnaroo, right?
We switch it up every year. I like. We've done a few festivals in Telluride, like Telluride Blues and Blues.
I think our tastes have changed as we've gotten older and started doing jams again more and more. Like we used to be like diehard Bonnaroo. Let's go and like camp and like poop in a tent.
Fuck that, man.
And now, like Dave said, like Telluride's nice. Like you go, you get a nice condo.
You guys are speaking our language.
Like very bar on Sunday. So like I think it's I like, and now we're doing our own kind of events too. Like the national thing we just did was our thing, and that was fun. Like we took over a venue for the weekend, had a whole big interactive thing, 43 bands came and played. The demo lounge and all our sponsor partners were there. And, people got free shit, and it was fun. So those are getting fun too. Our South by Southwest this year was cool too.
Yeah.
Where we did it kind of on the lake and had a bunch of bands come through and hang out on the lake with us.
Yeah, South by Southwest is always like my favorite one because it's like you catch the bands like coming off of like the craziness of 6th Street and stuff, and so they're like just kind of more relaxed, and they're really hyped that we've created such like a calm atmosphere for them to just kind of chill and relaxing, So it's like really cool because you get to meet people on a different level than just like somewhere else that's a crazy chaotic atmosphere,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that I love about doing this show is exactly what you just said. And I'd imagine it's the same thing for you guys. It's these people that are creating the music that we all love. You get to meet them and on a different level. And it changes the music. At least for me, it has. It changes the music in a really big way because you understand the person differently than you did before you met them. Do you guys experience that too?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad.
Yeah.
and we film like 8 bands a day. I think maybe like Morty interacts with them a lot more than I guess like I kind of watch from the outside, and I guess maybe our creatives, the guys in the van and stuff that are working with them inside there do it. But it's a well-oiled machine. Like the band comes in, they film with us, and they hang out and they do their own thing. We don't really like to be overbearing, like in their thing. But then you definitely form connections with certain bands.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bands like around LA and stuff that you form connections with too. So it's hit and miss on that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I can imagine it's a different level too, because with us, we're sitting down to talk, and with you guys, they're coming in to do their thing. So you got to give them their space to do their creative thing. You can't be in their in their grill fucking. So hey,
there's also a lot of people trying to do the same thing. So when they see how professional and efficient we are, it makes them want to come back again.
So wait,
right on.
Like you said earlier, it's like they're hanging out. Like we say, come to our spot, or come to this spot that's gonna be fun and hang out, and we let them do their thing, and they play us 3 songs, and it's just kind of a cool thing. So like, but you definitely you do form personal connections sometimes, but
yeah,
it's also business.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like whenever it's always fun when a band comes in and it's like, and it's like the jokes and the funniness and like just because like I always like in the van inside the van before the cameras are rolling, I love it when there's like amazing back and forth, just like witty banter between the band and the crew, and like that happens a lot of the time, because it's always fun to try to keep it light,
Yeah.
But it's just like, but sometimes you can tell some people just want to kind of get in there, do their thing, and take it serious. But like for the most part, everybody kind of keeps it pretty chill and like relaxed, and you do get to like make a lot of people, like meet a lot of people, and make a lot of new friends, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, you guys really do have a fucking fun job.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, you're in a great scene. Being down in LA, you're in a great scene down
Heck
there too,
yeah.
because I know we've seen a lot of the younger bands. I mean, we're older too, and like I remember seeing Grateful Shred and Mapache on your guys' stuff, and getting introduced. Introduced to Clay and Sam from Apache with their. It's like, oh my God, young people sing like this and harmonize, and there's a lot of good music down there.
LA's the spot.
LA's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's a monster. Like, I wonder too, man, like we're building a business too. And you know, when I started doing this show, I never expected it to do what it's done. It's a total surprise for me. And with that comes all the business end of it and the personal side of it too, like how it infiltrates your life. And sooner or later, if you're going to be successful, the thing is going to become your life. Is there one thing that you can point out, you guys, that has been like the hardest struggle in building the Jam in the Van?
Making money.
I was waiting for the money. The money.
Yeah. Just because you have a great idea doesn't mean you're going to get paid for it.
That's, I guess,
correct.
Yeah, that's true, man.
It is true.
And like what you guys are doing, traveling is expensive.
Everything's expensive, and you want to. It's just a lot of different things you didn't realize, but it was like you hanging out in the backyard with the RV that bands were playing in.
Yeah,
Like when you unexpectedly have to pay for a tow in the middle of Arizona.
Oh yeah, Kevin had a fucked up situation.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
So I was an intern a couple of years ago. I just started full time about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my first thing, like basically like 2 weeks into the job, was working Americana Fest. And one part of that duty was riding on the van. Yes, I said duty. Part of the responsibility was to ride in the van to Tennessee with our driver, Ethan. And on the first night, we were driving to Flagstaff. That was our end stop. And he's just laughing. That was our end stop. We're about an hour outside of Flagstaff. It's 11:30 p.m. We're doing about 60 down the highway, and all of a sudden the lights cut off, the power steering shut off, and the brakes shut off.
Oh shit!
So we're just a pitch black object in the middle of the highway. The only thing we can see is just cars flying past us, and we ended up going off road. And we had to find a tow truck in the middle of the night. Nobody wanted to come help us until we called the state police. We hit a tree, so someone had to come out with a chainsaw and cut the tree out from underneath of us. But it ended up just being that a battery cutoff was flipped, and the van was fine, and we still made it to Tennessee with plenty of time.
Oh,
just a fucked up night.
So wait, are you fucking like? So you finally get taken on. You've been an intern, and they're like, "All right, bro, have at it, man. Do your thing." Are you just like shitting your pants?
The first thing I asked, because like what really stopped us was the tree.
They'll do that.
It was definitely an immovable object, meets the unstoppable force kind of situation. But so the first thing I asked, because where the tree hit was the passenger side window, I'm passenger side, so I'm pretty freaked out. And the first thing I asked was that real? Are we okay? But it was the first time I ever saw the Milky Way in person. So that was pretty cool. That dark out. That was pretty cool.
That's rad.
You don't think of that. Like when we're out here watching Jam in the Van on YouTube or whatever, the last thing I'm thinking of is you flying down the road at 60 miles an hour in the dark. Like, we don't think of that. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, you don't know.
Drove during the day on the way back because we had to hold the mirror out with our own hands.
Yeah, we lost.
Actually, Wolf held the mirror out. Or you did it, some, right?
Yeah, I was a mirror holder as well. If you guys need anybody to hold a mirror,
you're well qualified.
You've got experience.
Mirror, man. Special angle, you gotta hold it at.
Don't be lazy, hold it up.
Yeah.
Kevin, how did you get involved with Jam in the Van? How did you become an intern?
So I went to school in Philadelphia,
And my film school had an internship program with Los Angeles, and they had a Temple intern prior. So my internship coordinator put out an email, and I grew up like going to music festivals and doing videography and media stuff, and this kind of checked all the boxes. So I sent in an application and a cover letter, and they were the one place I applied to, and they got back to me luckily. So
wow.
Yeah, they were
one
my
out of
first
one
application. Yeah. I was in the middle of my next application when they emailed me for an interview. So I was like, all right, cool. It was a down day, I guess. It was like right before Thanksgiving. I was like, all right, I'm just going to hammer these out over the break. Turns out I had to do like less work than I thought.
Yeah, meant to be.
Yeah, man. That's the universe working in your favor.
Yeah, and then I just showed up, and then thank God I made a good impression. And now here we are.
Right on. So how has it been for you as an intern?
He loves it. Intern, it's a very odd work environment. For sure. Like, you have bands coming through. We have, like, fucking weed and beer sponsorships and stuff. So it was definitely a change of pace from, like, because I used to be, like, a supervisor at a laser tag before that. So it was a change. It was a big change of pace. It definitely fit more my lifestyle, like being able to like kind of also be like a little like stoned at work, like but being allowed to.
Yeah,
dude, that's huge. That's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was definitely awesome. Like the kids in my program, when I would like tell people like what some of my tasks were and like some of the stories that like happened, they'd be like, "That's not fucking real. Like I'm just reading scripts all day." And I was like, "Well, you should know what your interests are."
You just, it's like
that
Apple.
is excellent advice, Kevin. That really is great advice.
You know what though? That brings up something that we've run into is like, so you like going to festivals and you love music, and so you decide to do something that has to do with that, right? And then now you're at the festival and you're fucking working. and you're like, well, now I can't party because I'm at the festival working.
Yeah, I want to see that band, but we got to interview.
It's like during the day, especially like once you're kind of in it, especially because from an intern to definitely the position I'm in now, working the last festival we did, I was definitely more zoned in and had a lot more like larger responsibilities. So in Nashville, I barely really got to catch any of the music until like the end of the day. But I was also like working on interviews, and this is something that like I feel very appreciative of. But sometimes it does stink when you have to work and there's somebody like it's like one of the one bands that you really want to see.
Who is that band?
Yeah,
that you missed?
I didn't get to watch Aaron Lee Cash yet. Because I had to do it doing it. I will watch it, but it would have been cool, But and then like when we worked Desert Days when I was an intern, we had like stuff going on, and there were like a couple bands that I didn't get to see, but it was okay because then at night it like ran. It was like a into the AM kind of festival. So then we hung out there until we eventually like went back, and we balanced like the work hard kind of like play around situation as it comes. Sometimes people get a little partied out, like in Nashville when Wolf decided to pour vodka shots on chicken. Yeah, we created a new shot called Chicken Shot.
Yeah, cup your hands and you put a scoop of hot chicken in your hand, and then you pour vodka in the hand.
And then, so,
we're all just digesting that.
Like we're partying at the festival. Sometimes we go back to the house and just relax and just kind of party, but like it's just us, and we just like hang out and just shoot the shit, and we blow off steam wherever we can.
Yeah.
You have to.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that really is.
That's a great balance.
Yeah, we try to, especially like a lot of us like I definitely am one of the last people to show up to the party, but everybody for the most part has been working together for like years and doing this kind of thing. So, there is like a strong camaraderie, and it's always fun because the interns are always like, "What's up, boss?" We do for like the first like few minutes, but we all had fun. I mean, like the first time I thought like I had to like take a step back and be like, "This is real." Like, this is the situation.
Wow.
It was just, yeah, I felt lucky to be there.
Dude, those moments are a trip when you have to like step outside of yourself and you see the situation that you're in and you're like, holy shit, this is actually fucking happening right now to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've been in that situation quite a few times now.
A couple times.
Yeah, it's I think it's important to like kind of like step back and see the picture and be like, wow, this is where I'm standing right now. This is very bizarre. It's crazy how they got here.
Yeah, like Mel said, gratitude. It's huge, man. It's a huge part of this, and I really feel like with what you guys all do, it comes across that it's what you love. And one of the things that's
why it's a great idea.
Yeah, one of the things I pay attention to is like the set and how you guys have evolved over time. Like, because I've been watching for a long time.
Yeah.
And you guys have
how long?
Shit.
This is back in Vegas. Probably about 2 years in for me. Probably about 2013.
Yeah, around there.
We've been doing it since 2011.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So I've seen how the set has evolved. Is that like as more money comes in, you're able to do more stuff, or was there
as we wrecked more jam bands, we're able to get more jam bands.
Really? So why is the jam band so important?
Why is jam band? It's our thing.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
The first one died. The first one died in Texas. In Fort Stockton. Sold it to a cop for $300. Second one was wrecked. The homie Spud was driving, and we were going to High Sierra, and we did not make it.
Oh.
And then we're on the third one, and Kevin was just part of, I guess, the second wreck. First one never wrecked. It's just like broke all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hitting a tree is a wreck.
Yeah, no, this is a wreck. That's the third one.
Okay.
The first one never really wrecked. It just broke.
Okay. So
yeah, it's just we would always.
And we were honestly enough, right before we crashed, me and Ethan was telling me the story about the second one wrecking.
Oh, fuck.
Like, so
we were
like
watching
a very
the movie, man. We were hanging out watching the movie. Oh, goal! It's not a goal. Sorry. NHL. We were watching the movie and just kind of sleeping in the back of it on the way to High Sierra, and it was like we wanted to drive it late night, and I guess it was probably like 2 or 3 a.m. We were about to hit the Grapevine, and it just started going fucking sketchy, and we were bouncing up and down, and I thought we were going over the side of like the hill. That's what it felt like, because I was the back laying on beanbags watching this fucking movie, and we jackknifed in the middle of the freeway.
Oh, shit.
And axle got split, and I think we didn't go down the hill. Long story short, we didn't go down the hill. Thing didn't flip. It went like a good something degrees on the axle and came back down.
Okay.
And it was done, and then we got it towed. It was a long night.
Oh,
but,
no.
So
then
the gear
Nobody
nerd...
was hurt, or were you guys hurt?
No, nobody was hurt.
Okay,
Nobody's been hurt yet.
See, I didn't even
No,
think.
no,
I didn't even think about that.
I was looking the other day. We're driving back in the middle of, I don't know, Needles or somewhere hot, coming through. And I'm looking. I'm like, I'm sitting on a camping chair, looking straight through this mirror that's definitely not street legal, because it's a window that's not street legal because it's very cracked. And like, if Ethan brakes too hard, I'm flying through that. Ethan's watching the Rams on TV on his little like plug-in thing. He's driving. Morty's sitting on a turtle wax bucket. Dude is in the back, passed out with a bottle of tequila under his arm, and Wolf is holding the fucking side view mirror outside.
That does it. We all need to hang out.
Wow.
For sure. We definitely all need to hang out.
Good time.
So we're back. And so yeah.
You know, Mel's like, was everybody okay? Like, that's not what the first thing that came to my mind when you tell me that you wrecked the van. First thing comes to my mind is, what happened to all the gear?
Luckily the cameras are safe underneath the bottom.
That's interesting. The cameras were in that front slot. where the kill switch was engaged, and our what's he? He's the lead content creator.
Yeah.
Female signature. Now he asked the driver if he moved the cameras after that part was broken. It was a touchy subject.
Oh shit, dude.
But he did move the cameras.
Everything was safe.
Everything was safe. All the gear was safe.
Yay.
Okay.
Have
so
you
can't
guys
open a compartment that has all our folding tables in it.
You guys, well, you probably already have. I was just thinking, you need Winnebago or somebody as a sponsor.
Yeah, we hit them off Instagram DM the other day. They sent us a sales representative's number.
No, you need.
Yeah,
they need
man.
Prevo as a sponsor. Is what they need.
Kevin hit somebody else up that hit us back.
You know,
Hell yeah.
You mentioned something a little while ago, and you said other people are trying to do the same thing. Is that something that's going on? Because I haven't seen it. Are other people trying to copy Jam in the Van?
I don't think so. We would send the cease and desist.
Okay. Yeah. That would be so weird.
It's not
not weird.
So
not that weird.
It was never a cheap endeavor. So
Yeah, that's true. That's
what are they going to do?
a hell of a
Pluck in a truck or come up with some other lame name.
What the other thing that you guys do that's fucking rad is the thing with Turtle Wax and hooking up bands tour vans for them, man. That is so fucking funny and cool.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest sponsors. Like, I feel like it's just so, and everybody, pretty much every band who gets a bucket are like, they're like, dude, this is so sick. Like, we need this. Like, it's something people actually like
Useful
for the tour. You know, they need that smoke hider. You know, that Turtle Wax has. Like,
people do love that Turtle Wax spray.
Yeah,
dude. Mel was just saying the other day. She's like, I feel like we should be doing something for the bands that come on the show. Like when the Higgs came up, their van is here, and like they live in that fucking thing for months at a time. And how cool to hook it up for them like that and clean it and make it nice, because that's their house, man.
You know, short of like someone going in and cleaning it for them, I think we do a pretty good job. You know,
we did go in and clean it with
with that one dude did.
Southwest this year, we cleaned a bunch of bands.
Yep.
Dang.
That's rad,
dope,
man.
Guys.
So,
that's rad.
Turtle Wax is pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
So if money wasn't an object for you guys, what would be the goal?
We'd probably buy an island.
Yeah.
It's a jam on the island.
We start Fire Festival 2.0. You know?
Shit.
Yeah, we have. God, I don't. That's not a good question to ask us, because
well,
I'd have a lot of fun with that.
Money wasn't an object.
I mean, as far as Jam in the Van is concerned.
Yeah. I would definitely model my lifestyle after a hybrid of T.I., T. Diddy, and Young Jeezy. And DJ Cotler for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, here let me rephrase the question. Do you guys have like a plan? Like, would you like to have like several vans out on the road eventually, like covering more, or just one badass one touring the country? In the world, like you say, yeah, 50% of your listeners, yeah. So you just need that fleet of buses.
Best town in the world. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, man,
I'm with that.
You know what, man? It's fucking cool to see other people out there that are after their shit.
On their grind, killing it.
Yeah, and
slaying
fucking killing it, brothers. You guys are fucking killing it.
Yeah, man. Do you guys like being on the road?
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. I'm more like when you stop when you're on the road. I'm like, eat. I guess it was mostly eating.
Yeah, I think that's the best part. I feel like that's like stopping and eating all the places on the way back to California. Is like the best part.
Yeah, I love that.
You're speaking Apple's language right now.
Well, I love too. I mean, you guys have been doing this a lot longer, but we've learned. It was a little hard our first year going to a lot of shows and stuff, but you learn to deal with like sleep deprivation and silliness in like the best ways, like being pranksters with each other and just fucking around, having fun, living.
I can't imagine.
You guys sound like a bunch of wild, man. If I couldn't, I mean, that just trips me out. Holding the mirror, this whole thing. You guys sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much nonstop laugh. And as soon as the stress of like packing the van is done, and we're like, all right, we're out. Then it's like instantly laughter, pretty much the whole time.
We play a lot of Would You Rather.
Oh, shit. Would you rather?
Yeah.
We play a lot of that.
Right on, man.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that too. That's our tensest thing. The three of us here packing to go to the festival. Last time, Melanie, our two bumbling asses, we're trying to Tetris everything, and she's just like, "I fucking give up. I give up. I'm going in the house. You guys let me know when you figure it out." We couldn't blame her. It was like, yeah, all right.
Why is packing the fucking hard part, man? I don't get it.
Because we had to take a lot of shit. You don't usually have enough room.
Yeah.
We need a van.
Morgan struggles with the hotel packing too.
Yeah, I always lose something in the hotel, pretty much.
Yeah, I left my contact case. I gotta get a new thing for my contact lenses.
At least you could see when you're all done.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, guys. I appreciate you coming on, man. Thanks for taking the time and hanging out with us. And you know, like I said, man, it's fucking cool to see somebody else out there that's following their passion and that had an idea that was awesome and is fucking killing it with it. Really cool, man.
And to be people that we really love your stuff and have followed you for a long time. It's like that personal connection now. I always picture like we're calling you and you're like these professionals in a studio in LA and you're like, yes, we're jamming the van. You're like us, man. You're just fun people that love music. So
we're definitely enthused and stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's funny. It's funny because I've been like doing it, like watching the jam band grow a lot, like for the last 5 years, and it's cool because they've always kept the same vibe going no matter what. Even like with all the new sponsors. And we get to do a lot more cool stuff. Like the vibe overall is still the same, you know, and that's like really cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think that's the thing that comes through.
So
the
it's
most
you guys.
In the videos.
It's your vibe.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
and it's fun.
We have cultivated that since circa 2011.
That's rad, man.
That's fucking badass.
Thanks a lot for putting it out there because you've exposed me personally to a lot of cool, awesome new music that I never would have heard of. So thanks for hooking up my Spotify.
This morning I came out here, I was just sitting here and I just randomly picked a band and listened to like the Illuminati Hotties this morning before I go to work. And was like, okay. Remind me a little Sonic Youth, a little this and that. I mean, you guys give a lot of people a chance, like a little platform, and that's amazing.
So, yep. Thanks, you guys.
Oh, one more thing. You guys should probably tell most of our listeners, like probably like us, already know who you guys are. But for some people that may not have listened, how do they find you? Like social media, anything like that? Or you guys got anything coming up you want to talk about real quick?
You go to the Google. Type in Jam in the Van.
Best answer ever.
Yeah.
Nothing. No big events coming up that you guys want to talk about?
We're gonna be at some shit.
Check us out on the Google.
We'll be at. We'll probably. We got nothing confirmed. We're gonna have fun in 2020.
Got some shit in the works.
Right
Don't worry about it.
Expect more. Expect more.
All right, you guys. Thanks for taking the time with us tonight. You guys have a good night, man.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
When we're down in LA, we'll hit you all up.
See
Take
ya.
care.
Yeah, where are you guys? NorCal?
We're in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, shit.
But they got family. We all got
we want to
family.
go up there.
Come up here.
Come on, man.
What's a good like mimic of South by Americana Fest kind of big event around the city of Portland that we would time a thing to go up there for?
Blues Festival.
Blues Festival. Well, until next year, Northwest String Summit is amazing. Pickathon.
Yeah.
Pickathon does their own thing.
Yeah.
When's the String Summit?
Northwest String Summit is July. It's right after High Sierra and Oregon Country Fair.
Middle of July.
That's
usually
right.
around
Oregon
the
Country
17th,
Fair is another
18th.
one too.
Yeah.
But Oregon Country Fair is it's awesome, but we still haven't been there yet. It's a hard one to kind of work around
But the blues festival.
Cool. We never been to the Pacific Northwest. That's on the list.
I'll tell you what,
guys,
man.
You have a place to park the van if you guys want to come up and chill.
Where at?
We're in Portland.
Up in Portland.
Yeah, Southwest Portland.
Park the van.
Right in front of our house.
Right in front of our house. Then you walk up, and then we had lots of people stay here. We got a big house with a big, nice basement.
We live like at the end of a cul-de-sac, right? So like there's like a
you
spot.
You can park right there.
Yeah, 70-foot trees all around us. It's like living in a rainforest in the middle of a city.
That's cool. I mean, we bring like a little mini festival.
Oh.
I mean,
that would be
we're bringing like 43 bands and gonna invite people and shit. So, yeah.
All right. Well, then when we cut, we'll have to talk about this.
We're gonna have to keep it.
There's cool venues and stuff that are looking for things to do that week.
Yeah. There is a lot of venues up here and a lot of good music. We will have to talk about that.
Let's talk about that because we are looking for events to do in that period of time and in that region of the country.
What period of time did you say?
July.
Oh, July. Oh, perfect, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Our July interns always have you would think the summer interns have the most fun, but they have the least fun.
I'm gonna stop recording, but stay on the phone. Here we go.
What is a city without its music?
The legacy of the New York Philharmonic is incredible.
Nearly 2 centuries of history. That's a lot of music and a lot of stories.
I was sitting on stage for the very first time thinking, I can't quite believe this is happening.
Join me, Jamie Bernstein, as we explore the history of the New York Philharmonic. It's the NY Phil Story Made in New York, a podcast about a city, its people, and their orchestra. Listen wherever you get podcasts.
But it's a burden. Family needs has been deferred, and hella means been the earth, and alchemy can bring the birth, the melody of a newborn. So persistent, so resistant, so insistent, so commitment, so resilient, or haven't you learned it? One simple road. Shattered as I focus through the spot in the corner that is still intact. The react is both a defense mechanism as well as a fear. We've traveled this road before, so we may think, but it's a tad bit of strange similarities that feed an A=A complex. The fears of your past do not equal the perplexities of the current road.
Osiris.
Hey listeners, I want to tell you about the April-May 2023 issue of Relics magazine. Features a Dave Matthews Band cover story with additional articles and interviews with The National, Graham Nash, Wayne Shorter, ALO, Ivan Neville, our friend Eric Krasno and Stanton Moore, Marty Stewart, and much more. Check out the latest version of Relics and subscribe now at relics.com/DMB. Thanks, Relics.
What's up, everyone? It's Joe, and I'm the host of That's Awesome with Joe, a podcast on the newly formed Sound Talent Media Podcast Network. I talk with tons of your favorite artists, managers, touring personnel, and more. Most of the time we talk about music, but lots of the time we end up talking about something completely unrelated. We laugh a lot. We do a lot of really stupid things, but also some things that are really informative and interesting. Basically, it's a podcast that I think you should listen to. Obviously, I'm biased because it's my podcast, but I think I might be into it if I wasn't the host. Check it out at soundtalentmedia.com.